Your mind is the command center of your life. It is the filter through which you see the world, the soil in which your thoughts grow, and the steering wheel that directs every decision you make. If the mind is filled with fear, everything you look at seems dangerous. If the mind is filled with doubt, every opportunity looks like a trap. And if the mind is filled with negativity, even blessings will feel like burdens. That's why the first step in fixing yourself is mastering your mind before it masters you. Every day, you wake up with a choice to let your mind drift aimlessly like a boat without an anchor, or to take control of it and set a deliberate course. The truth is, your mind is not automatically your friend. Left unchecked, it will replay your failures, magnify your weaknesses, and remind you of everything that could go wrong. Have you noticed how one negative thought in the morning can color your entire day? You wake up late, spill your coffee, and suddenly your mind starts telling you, it's going to be one of those days. That one sentence, born from your mind, starts shaping your mood, your actions, and your results. But here's the good news. You are not a prisoner of your thoughts. You are the warden. You have the keys. And if you train your mind to think with clarity, discipline, and purpose, you will see your entire life shift. Imagine a garden. If you let weeds grow, they will take over everything, choking the life out of the flowers. Your mind is exactly like that garden. Negative thoughts are weeds. They don't need permission to grow, and they spread quickly. But beautiful thoughts of gratitude, confidence, and vision are like flowers. They need planting, watering, and care. Too many people spend their lives complaining about the weeds without ever picking them out. Mastering your mind means becoming the gardener who pulls out those weeds daily and protects the beauty you've planted. Let me give you a real life example. There are two people in the same company with the same salary, the same boss, and the same workload. One person constantly thinks, this job is exhausting, nobody appreciates me, I'll never get promoted. The other person thinks, this job is a platform for my skills. I'm learning every day and I'm building value for my future. Guess who ends up growing, getting opportunities, and moving forward? The second one, not because the situation is better, but because the mind is better. Mastering your mind is not about pretending bad things don't exist. It's about controlling the story you tell yourself about them. The mind that says, I will find a way, will always find it. The mind that says, this is impossible, will stop looking for solutions. You might ask, but how do I master my mind when I've been thinking negatively for years? The answer is consistency. Just as your muscles grow when you train them daily, your mind grows stronger when you feed it the right thoughts repeatedly. You can't go to the gym once and expect a lifetime of fitness. In the same way, you can't think one positive thought and expect your life to transform. You need a daily mental workout, reading wisdom-filled words, surrounding yourself with people who speak life, and challenging every thought that tries to plant fear or doubt in your mind. One of the most powerful techniques is to speak to yourself before the world speaks to you. Don't let the first voice you hear in the morning be social media. the news, or the complaints of other people. When you wake up, take a moment to tell your mind what kind of day it's going to have. Say, today I choose discipline. Today I choose peace. Today I choose growth. This sets the tone, just like tuning a musical instrument before playing a song. Another truth, mastering your mind requires protecting it from toxic input. If you constantly feed your mind with gossip, negativity, and fear-filled content, don't be surprised when your thoughts reflect exactly that. Your mind will serve you what you feed it. If you pour in bitterness, bitterness will come out. If you pour in possibility, possibility will come out. Think about how a pilot flies an airplane. The plane is constantly getting pushed off course by winds, turbulence, and weather, but the pilot is always making small corrections to get back on track. That's exactly how mastering your mind works. You will never be able to control every thought, but you can constantly steer yourself back toward the right direction. The more you practice, the faster you correct. And here's something important, your environment plays a huge role. If you are trying to master your mind, but keep surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy, who complain about everything, who feed on drama, you are fighting an uphill battle. Just like you can't plant roses in polluted soil and expect them to bloom, you can't plant powerful thoughts in a toxic environment and expect them to grow. Once you begin mastering your mind, you will notice small changes that lead to big results. You'll start responding instead of reacting. You'll start seeing solutions instead of problems. You'll start attracting opportunities instead of chasing them, and people will notice the difference because a mastered mind radiates confidence, calmness, and clarity. So, fix yourself by fixing your thoughts. Be the gatekeeper of your mind, allowing only what builds, strengthens, and inspires you to stay. When your mind is your servant instead of your master, your life will become a reflection of your highest potential. And the best part, nobody else can do it for you, which means nobody can take it away from you either. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the greatest form of self-love. It is the bridge that connects the person you are today to the person you are destined to become. Without discipline, dreams remain wishes, goals remain on paper, and potential remains locked inside. Many people pray for a better future, hope for success, and desire change, but very few are willing to embrace the daily discipline that makes it possible. Discipline is that quiet force in the background that nobody claps for, nobody posts about, and nobody sees. Yet it is the reason champions are made, businesses succeed, and lives transform. It's not glamorous, but it is powerful. It is what makes you wake up before the sun when you'd rather sleep, finish the project when you'd rather watch TV, and say no to distractions when every part of you is tempted to give in. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two bridges. One is strong, well built, and maintained daily. The other is shaky, neglected, and patched with shortcuts. If your dreams are on the other side, which bridge would you trust your life on? That is exactly what discipline does. It builds the bridge that can carry you to your future without collapse. Without discipline, even the best opportunities will fail to carry your weight. Look at an athlete preparing for the Olympics. They don't train only when they feel like it. They train every single day, rain or shine, whether they're tired, sore, or uninspired. Why? Because they know discipline is not about how you feel in the moment. It's about honoring the commitment you made to your future self. The same is true for you. Whether your goal is to grow in your career, improve your health, or deepen your skills, discipline is the key that unlocks progress. Some people confuse discipline with restriction, but it is the exact opposite. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from the regret of wasted time. It frees you from the chaos of inconsistency. It frees you from the pain of what could have been. When you are disciplined, you no longer live at the mercy of your mood or the opinions of others. You live according to a standard you set, and that is power. Think about your finances. Without discipline, spending is easy, emotions lead, and before you know it, your resources are gone. But with discipline, you tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. The same applies to your time. Without discipline, hours disappear into distractions. But with discipline, every hour is an investment toward something meaningful. Daily life offers countless examples of discipline in action. A student who studies a little every day instead of cramming the night before the exam. A parent who consistently spends quality time with their children despite a busy schedule. An entrepreneur who keeps learning, improving, and adapting even when profits are low. These people don't wait for motivation. They move because their purpose demands it. One of the secrets to discipline is understanding that it's built in small, repeated actions. You don't become disciplined overnight. You become disciplined by doing what you said you would do over and over again until it becomes who you are. If you start small, waking up 15 minutes earlier, walking instead of scrolling, choosing water over soda, these small acts of discipline multiply and create unstoppable momentum. It's important to understand that discipline will test you. There will be days when excuses seem louder than your goals, when comfort feels more attractive than progress, and when quitting seems easier than continuing. This is where most people stop, right before the breakthrough. But those who push through, who choose discipline in the face of difficulty, discover a strength in themselves they never knew existed. Discipline is also about keeping promises to yourself. Many people keep promises to others, but break them to themselves. They say, "I'll start eating healthy tomorrow." Then tomorrow never comes. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your self-respect. But every time you keep one, you build trust in your own word. And that trust is the foundation of confidence. Consider this: discipline is contagious. When you live with discipline, people around you are inspired to raise their own standards. Your children see your consistency and learn from it. Your colleagues respect your work ethic and try to match it. Even strangers notice your determination and begin to believe in their own ability to do the same. There is also a deep satisfaction that comes from living with discipline. It's not the short-term pleasure of an easy choice. It's the long-term pride of knowing you stayed the course. You can look back and say, "I built this life. I worked for it. I earned it. That feeling can't be bought, and it can't be faked. Discipline is not about being perfect. You will have days when you slip, moments when you choose comfort over commitment. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the disciplined person gets back up quickly, resets, and continues. They don't let one mistake erase all the progress they've made. So if you truly want to fix yourself, embrace discipline as your greatest ally. Let it shape your mornings, guide your actions, and guard your focus. Understand that every time you choose discipline over distraction, you lay another stone in the bridge that connects you to your future. And when that bridge is complete, you will walk across it with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they didn't just dream of change. They built it one disciplined step at a time. Integrity is the foundation on which every lasting success is built. Without it, your talent can shine for a moment, but it will eventually fade. With it, even the smallest efforts grow into something unshakable. Integrity is doing the right thing when it's hard, keeping your word when it's inconvenient, and living by your values even when no one is watching. It is not just about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. In life, your skills, charm, or intelligence may open doors, but only integrity keeps those doors open. Many people rise quickly through talent, connections, or luck, but without integrity, they collapse under the weight of broken trust. People may forget what you say, they may forget what you do, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And integrity makes people feel safe, respected, and valued. Think about the people you trust the most. Chances are, it's not because they are the smartest or the most skilled, but because you know they are consistent. You know they mean what they say, and they say what they mean. That is the power of integrity. It creates reliability in a world full of uncertainty. Integrity starts in small, unseen choices. It's returning extra change the cashier accidentally gave you. It's admitting you made a mistake instead of covering it up. It's keeping your promises even when it's uncomfortable. These little moments may seem insignificant, but they build the muscle of integrity. And just like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. Picture a building. The taller you want to build it, the deeper the foundation must go. If you try to build high without a strong foundation, the building will lean, crack, or collapse. Integrity is that deep foundation for your life. It keeps you stable when pressure comes, when temptation calls, and when storms hit. Without it, even your greatest achievements will be fragile. One of the most dangerous traps in life is thinking, nobody will notice. People may not see your actions immediately, but the truth has a way of revealing itself. Every lie has a short life. Every shortcut eventually shows its cost. Integrity ensures that when the truth comes out, and it will, you will have nothing to hide and nothing to fear. Let me give you a real life example. Imagine two business owners. Both start strong, making money quickly. One cuts corners, cheats on taxes, and makes promises they can't keep. The other runs the business honestly, delivers on commitments, and treats customers with fairness. At first, the dishonest one might seem more successful, faster growth, higher profits. But over time, complaints pile up, trust disappears, and the business crumbles. The honest one may grow slower, but their reputation becomes their greatest asset, attracting loyal clients, reliable partners, and long-term success. That is the quiet, steady power of integrity. Integrity also shapes your relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, or colleagues, trust is the glue that holds connections